Just letting you guys know there was a new episode this week of the podcast. For some reason, it's not showing up on Spotify, but you can listen to it either on my No Bleeps YouTube channel or on Apple Podcasts or anywhere else that you stream podcasts other than Spotify. Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. There is another Jeffree Star controversy with another one of his launches, you guys. I can't even keep up with all of the drama that's going on with Jeffree these days because there just seems to be one after the other. Every single time he's come out with a launch this year, there's been controversy. When he came out with the cremated palette, people were very upset. They felt it was an inappropriate time because it was just the peak of the pandemic. The theme and everything just wasn't going with what was going on at the moment. And then the next launch he had, there was an issue with the mini palettes. Plus, with the entire theme of the last palette, people were really unhappy with the fact that he had a shade called Craving Chocolate. And now we have this launch, which has sparked a whole new conversation and bringing up Jeffree's past once again because of the campaign shoot for this. Now, I wasn't surprised that Jeffree was coming out with a product after his most recent video that he came out with, where he claimed he was going to be addressing things going on, and he didn't address anything at all, really. He ended up changing the title to his video to "I Have Some Really Bad News," but he immediately came out with another video where he was introducing his Velvet Trap lipsticks. And he also was saying that the mystery boxes were going to be coming out. But going into the launch of these products, he released this whole entire photo campaign, and one of the images that was released was this woman in a rat trap. And people were particularly upset with this photo because Jeffree has previously referred to women of color as rats. So the fact that he put it on full display, everyone was like, are you freaking serious right now, Jeffree? Like, are you really doing this? And a lot of Jeffree fans were very quick to combat this statement and try to say that, the whole campaign is everybody in this velvet trap, and Jeffree is even standing in this velvet trap at one point. There are other models in this velvet trap, but people still felt that it was very wrong and very inappropriate, and honestly just not a good look for Jeffree to have once said this very terrible thing in his past and then to put it on full display and do this. It did not feel right to a lot of people, and honestly, all I can think is that Jeffree loves controversy. He loves when he's being talked about as much as he says like he doesn't, and he doesn't want people in his business. I feel like he's always trying to stir up drama so that people talk about him and people talk about his products, and obviously, that's what we're doing, but I tell you guys everything that's going on the internet anyway, so obviously we're going to talk about it. But I just feel like, people are getting upset about it, and I think he honestly likes that. I think he honestly loves that people are upset about it and that people are talking about it. But I just wanted to bring this up with you guys because people have been talking about it, people have sent it to me, and yes guys, I have seen it and it's upsetting, but I'm honestly not surprised, and that is honestly kind of sad, the fact that I'm not surprised. And I think that a lot of the things that have been said about Jeffree in the recent weeks and months, and even just like this past year, it's not been surprising. And even if it is shocking, Jeffree just acts like nothing is going on at all, or he doesn't really address it, and then he just has another launch. And people seem to quickly move on and forget about it, and then they're on to the next scandal, and then it's the next launch, and then the next scandal, and then the next launch. With the Shane situation, it blew up and everyone was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And because of all that, Shane literally went into hiding. But I feel like when Jeffree gets called out to that same degree, because both him and Shane were both getting called out during that time, but Jeffree remains unfazed on his channel and on his Instagram. And I don't know if that's just because he keeps coming back and he keeps posting and he just pushes through all the drama, and he honestly still is keeping a really strong fan base. There's so many people that are willing to defend him in comments, in tweets, all of this stuff, so many people are willing to say Jeffree has changed, he's amazing, he's so great, he's definitely not this, and this that people are saying that he is. Jeffree has also been avoiding a ton of controversy, especially when his name is trending for a not so hot reason. He will do a money giveaway and give money to people that really need it. And although so amazing, it's also very smart of him because it completely deters people's sights away from things that are being said about him, drama that's going on, and it makes him look really good. So that's just like another way that, one, he's been able to keep fans, two, fans have been able to defend him by saying he's doing really amazing things for people that support him, and three, he's been able to avoid a ton of controversy that way because people are being distracted by things that are being said that are scandalous and only focusing on him giving away money. And I want to make sure I put this disclaimer in that I do think that Jeffree giving away money to his fans that really do need money is absolutely so amazing and so kind. And I like seeing that type of stuff from influencers. The meaning behind it, a little shaky, but I do appreciate those things. Jeffree's fans that are loyal are the ones that are truly keeping him afloat. Those people are buying his products. They're keeping him coming back. These people are definitely keeping his pockets full, but this is a whole other thing that has sparked some controversy this year is the fact that Jeffree has all this money and people felt like there was some sketchy stuff going on when there were loans made available to small businesses earlier this year, and Jeffree applied for both Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Killer Merch to receive these small business loans. Now, as far as I know, loans that were given out, they were to protect people on the payroll, to make sure that they were able to still get their salary and stay at their job and not get fired. And so small businesses could apply for these loans to receive money so they could still pay their employees. But I think when a lot of people hear this, they assume that people are applying to this because they literally have no money to give to their employees. And I saw a lot of people bring up this conversation once again, and a lot of people were confused. They were like, what are you talking about? What's this loan? Because in Jeffree's last video, he said that he was doing construction on his $40 million home, which is obviously very expensive. And people are just like, you have money. Why did you apply for a loan? That loan should be for people that don't have money at all and they can't pay their employees and all this stuff. So there's a lot of confusion about this. There was an entire list of people that had received this loan. It is the Paycheck Protection Program loan. And apparently Killer Merch received a loan about $350,000 to $1 million in May. And Jeffree Star Cosmetics also received about the same amount for their loan. And I know when this news came out, a lot of people were wondering why he needed this. He's always talking about how successful the business is, how amazing it is. I think people were just a little bit confused. Obviously, the pandemic affected a couple of his launches, but people were still confused because of how wealthy Jeffree remained during the pandemic. Now, obviously, there's just a lot to unpack from this story and Jeffree receiving this PPP loan, and a lot of people are very confused, and there's obviously a lot of different opinions, and people are saying Jeffree shouldn't have to pay out of pocket if he is an owner, even or a co-owner of a company. He should be able to apply for this loan. Obviously, people think very differently than that. People were also wondering why Mr. Beast also applied to the loan. People were saying things such as he gives away millions of dollars on his channel, and it's like, okay, for that one video, you could just give it to your employees instead of applying for a loan and taking that money away from a small business that could really need it. But I'm pretty sure in this situation, if you met the requirements to apply for the small business loan, then you were able to receive money. And I don't think that Jeffree and Mr. Beast and anyone else that was a YouTuber of any kind that applied for this loan was taking away money from other small businesses, but this situation definitely had a lot of people confused and definitely sparked a lot of controversy, and people were still talking about it up until Jeffree's last video. Obviously, it's just been one heck of a year when it comes to Jeffree Star, but his fans are still remaining loyal and he's still coming back onto the internet and posting on Instagram unfazed, acting like nothing is going on, and it's honestly, I can't believe it. But anyways, you guys, that's pretty much all that has been going on in terms of his new campaign shoot. I wanted to give you guys some insight about the loan because I saw people were confused about it. I hope you guys got a little better view of everything that's been going on. Let me know what you guys think about everything we talked about in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.